Divine ones, how are you on this beautiful day or night, depending on where you are in the world? I wanted to talk about briefly how you know something needs to be examined that you need to add to your healing list that is bothering you. When your thoughts tend to go to the past, and it could be one thing or several things. A lot of times it could be several things that come up from the past that come to mind. What is good to do when that happens is to, when you're thinking about that situation, what in particular are you thinking about that situation that is bothering you? That's what you would really want to zoom in on and focus on. And if it's involving another person and you feel that it's something that you can resolve with that other person, then, write that on your healing list. Get with that person and come up with a plan to sit down and talk, to work through whatever that is involving that other person. Again, if you can work with that person to resolve the issue. If not, then I would say just leave it be. Because you're going to be putting energy into something that is not resolvable. Now, when it comes to a feeling that is coming up, then you're needing to look at that feeling, that specific feeling, or it could be several feelings. Write them all down. And, of course, if it's more than one, then you just want to look at one, examine one at a time, and really focus on why that feeling came up, what triggered it. And I mean, we can be triggered in many different ways. Like, people can say things that trigger you, and a lot of times, sometimes people trigger you on purpose. Or I don't know if I can say on purpose. I would more so say it was their job to trigger you. Even if they unknowingly triggered you, it was their job to trigger you. Because whatever triggered you and came up during that moment, that is something, again, to take a look at and focus on that. So, for example, if you're having a conversation with someone and they're talking about, all this fun they had, when they went to a party and, they met up with some friends, for example, and you were triggered by that. So possibly the emotions or feelings that came up was jealousy, a sense of loneliness, because you feel like, say it's like maybe a family member. Let's use the term family member. And they said that they went to hang with some friends over the weekend. They had so much fun, and they're looking forward to their next meeting with their friends, and they plan to take a trip this time. You yourself, you don't really have any friends. 404, as I'm saying this. You yourself, you don't have any friends. So jealousy stemmed. Jealousy was triggered. Loneliness was triggered. And so those would be the two things to take a look at. And so you work through your jealousy. Now, how do you work through that? Well, you say, okay, well, first of all, there's no reason for me to be jealous of another person, because 442 as I'm saying this, 443 as I'm saying this, because I am just as capable of making friends just as my sibling has. But you're going to have to work through your wounds, your jealousy wounds, your loneliness wounds. You're going to have to learn how to be comfortable with being alone and being by yourself. Because it is when we are alone, when we are doing our inner work, our shadow work, so that when we do go out around people, especially people that are to be a part of our soul tribe, or that we are to take on as partners in relationships, or partners in business, or partners in whatever way, and friends and soul family members, like I said, we're not jeopardizing those connections when they come in. That is why you are to be alone when you tackle these different issues, whatever they may be, whether it's jealousy, loneliness, just whatever is coming up for you, sadness, I don't know. You're comparing yourself to others because they seem to have this amazing life. Again, this person may not be telling you everything that's going on in their life, so there may be a lot that you're kept in the dark about. Why you think this person has a fancy life, an amazing life, and they very well may not. They just want you to believe that they do. And some people may do that because they want you to feel jealous. See, there's something to look at too with that. You have to be careful with people. But again, anything, how you know you need to heal something, anything that is coming up, that is surfacing for you, that is just not making you feel good, pay attention to each of those feelings, each of those emotions, each of those thoughts that come up. Again, some of this could be projection, okay? And for those of you that know, some of it could be projection. So you could be having a conversation with someone and they're talking about something that they experienced, and it's actually them that feels that way. But if you're an empath, which is someone that takes on others' emotions, that's why energy clearing and cleansing is so important, so that we can manage our own feelings and emotions. Good God, I can't talk this morning. We can manage our own feelings and emotions versus someone else's, and we can tell the difference between the two. That is that is a skill that you will learn along this spiritual journey, that it is very important to know what you're feeling versus what someone else is feeling, or someone else's emotions versus your own emotions, someone else's thoughts versus your own thoughts. Okay, that is really, really important, because that can be dangerous if you're not able to tell the difference between the two. It's early morning, y'all, so it's probably gonna take me until 1 o'clock to wake up. And because I'm not a morning person, and I probably won't get my voice until then. So right now, I got that deep, raspy morning voice going on until it clears out. And I just feel like some days it just never does clear up. It's just an ongoing thing throughout the day. But I hope that I made that clear for you guys, because I'm still sleepy and waking up. But let me just reiterate one more time. Let's recapitulate one more time. When you know something in particular is coming up for you that you need to heal, you feel it. And it could be a thought that comes out of nowhere. That thought comes up because it's something that you need to look at. But again, we have to be mindful of projections, okay? Energetic projections, where thoughts, feelings, and emotions are coming from someone else that is in your energy, or someone else that you're connected to, or that you know, okay? That is really all that I have for you guys this morning. I hope that you all are feeling good and doing well. I'm feeling pretty good this morning myself. Off to a good start. I have a lot to do between today and tomorrow, so I'm gonna go ahead and get going on my day. But if you are not well this morning, I hope you're taking the steps to get to a much better place emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and if financially is on the list, then, you know, I hope that you get to a better place when it comes to your financial situation, so you can put yourself in a much better position in whatever that way that is for you. You can do your healing work so that you can put yourself in a much better position mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, that you educate yourself when it comes to the different aspects of spirituality, so that you can protect yourself, so that your journey won't have to be as difficult as it could be if you don't balance out what needs to be balanced out within you through healing, through loving yourself. And like I said, once you make the decision, or you have decided to truly love yourself, healing will fall in place naturally. But whatever emotions are coming up for you during this time, look at them, stop and take a look at them, examine them, zoom in on what is going on. Don't brush them to the side anymore, especially if your soul is screaming for you to become that new version of yourself. Your soul is screaming, letting you know that it can't take another day doing the same things, thinking the same way, living the same way, existing the same way, not living, existing the same way. Because when we're not happy, when we're not doing the things that we need to do, when we're not feeding our souls, and not providing our souls with any type of nourishment, we are just existing. So I'm hoping for you all that you make the change sooner than later, so that your soul can find some sort of reprieve. All right, but I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a great rest of your day. And if you didn't get off to a good start of your day, or your night ended not in a way that you would have liked, I hope that you guys start feeling better. And I send you all so much love, so much healing and grace in regard to your journey. Continue to love yourself so that you can heal. Continue to implement courage to remove the fear, so that you can take the steps that you need to in order to accomplish your goals, in order to manifest, in order to be joyous in your life. Nobody deserves to suffer, especially those of us that know we are doing the work to get to a much better place, to become a much better person. But if nobody told you today that you are amazing, that your existence is needed, and that you are filled with purpose, whether you see it or not, or whether you know it or not, I'll be the first to tell you. You are absolutely gorgeous. You are absolutely handsome. You are absolutely capable. You are absolutely powerful. Alright guys, so I'll see you on the next one. Bye.